Today I have a pair of these AR8 speakers. I think they're from the late 70s or early 80s. Only a fairly small 8-inch woofer and tweeter, so just a two-way sort of bookshelf speaker. Quite hard to get these grills off. Like all of these that have the original woofers in them, we've got the problem of the foam surround is all falling to pieces. I did actually hear these running and they still seem to sound okay, surprisingly. It's a common problem with these, with the foam fails over time. So I've never actually, in the past I've repaired these for people and just replaced the whole woofer with one from Dick Smith Electronics or somewhere like that, and they actually sound surprisingly good even with a different woofer in them. The modern woofers are probably a little bit better than these in some ways anyway. These are just the old paper cone ones, but I might actually get a kit of foam surrounds and actually repair these. I've never actually bothered to repair the foam on any speakers in the past. You basically just have to remove the dust cap here in the middle. Probably I guess unsolder the two wires where they go to the terminals on the back of the speaker, and then you can remove the whole voice coil and this paper cone, and then it'd be a matter of cleaning off all this foam and cleaning it off the speaker frame. This old foam here is just about at its day too. I don't think that actually does anything. Usually they have a bit on the back of the speaker, so this has probably just been on these speakers for when they're mounted on the other side of the wood, just as a seal. So they're not used in this one, so all that foam will have to go, all this flexible foam for the surround will have to go, and then it's just a matter of gluing the new ones on. I believe you just use a couple of bits of paper or something as shims to keep the voice coil centered on the former, the magnetic or iron former in there. It tends to go up and down in a little slot with a magnet around the outside and a round metal former in the middle. So it could be an interesting project just to get a set of foam surrounds and try and fix these original woofers. Then can actually hear what they sound like when they were new. But even replacement woofers are the same size. You can usually find one that'll fit straight in these holes. Still makes a surprisingly good sounding speaker. So it'd be interesting to get some of these going, and I might just give these a quick run on the amp and see what they sound like at the moment, because the place I bought them from did give them a quick test and actually sounded like they were working pretty well. So even with the foam like that, I think the other one here is pretty much the same condition. Actually possibly worse condition. It's actually got a bigger piece missing, a few holes in it. So yeah, but there's enough just to hold it. This one is not the greatest. Oh yeah, she's not much holding it together now, but there's a little bit there. Don't think there's any of this actually holding it, and there's a little bit on this side, so yeah, most of that one's gone. So there's really only a bit of those and a bit there, but yeah, it did actually seem to work surprisingly well given the condition of the foam. So I'll hook these up and just give them a quick run and see what they sound like. Well, I got rid of some of the remaining foam. Getting a bit rattly now. I was thinking you could actually take these cones out once you broke the foam off and disconnect the wires, but of course I forgot there's another, I don't know if you can see that bit of cloth down in there, that orangey coloured stuff. So that actually, that's why these speakers work so well with virtually no foam in them, is because that's actually glued around from the base of the cone around the voice coil onto the basket, the metal basket. So looks like you just have to clean this off the actual speaker while it's in place, the cone in place, and off the metal frame all around the front here. Take the dust cap off so you can put some shims in there, and then yeah, just glue it to the front here and the front there, I guess is how they do them. But there are videos on YouTube of how to do it, so I might have to have a look at one of those again. But it looks like yeah, you just got to clean everything off from the front here, and then yeah, probably remove the dust cap just to make sure the speaker cone is actually centered, although that other cloth stuff down in there might actually pretty well hold it in place anyway, so they probably are easier than you think to do. Anyway, I'll get one of the kits and we'll try it out.